So there's been a lot of news in the doll world, and I figured let's just catch up. Hello and welcome to another video. So there's been a couple of different news that has come out here recently that I figured instead of just doing a bunch of different small videos, let's just push it all together, make it one video. And surprisingly, there's actually an underlying tie to all of the dolls that I'm going to talk about today, which is something I did not expect when I started this video, but we'll get there. So let's go ahead, get comfortable, go ahead, give this video a like if you were excited, and let's get into it. Okay, first off, we are starting with Defa Lucy. Defa Lucy is a doll line I'm not sure if I've really talked about on my channel before. Maybe I have, but if so, it's probably like in passing or something. But Defa Lucy is a doll line that was sold on like sites like AliExpress and stuff that kind of sold just like knockoff Barbies in a way. That's how it came across to me. And she's slowly gotten better and better. Then she came out with like a whole collector line that has been pretty interesting to follow. I've been following it and watching it develop. I haven't purchased any Defa Lucy dolls myself, but again, I could see myself one day being curious enough to do so. And this new series that she just dropped actually got me a little interested. So right off the bat, we have Defa Lucy Series 2 Paris, and this is model number 1. So the price is $85, and it is set to ship on or before January 1st of 2026. The edition size was 650. The hair color is pink saran. The eyelash is rooted saran. The sculpt is Defa Lucy 01. The body is Glam Flex body version 1 with 14 points of articulation, high-heeled feet, interchangeable hands, and a skin tone cameo. So we have this first Defa Lucy, and I think she's really cute, but I'll be honest, the main reason I thought about going for this doll for a hot second, but only because she reminds me of Bella Parker from Rainbow High, which if you don't know, that's where I started as a doll collector. Like Rainbow High like has my heart. It's like where I started from, and I still have my entire Rainbow High collection in storage right now, but I do have them. And Bella Parker was, like most people, she was one of my favorites. It's always the pink one, but she was one of my favorites from Rainbow High. And this doll literally gives if Bella Parker became a Defa Lucy doll. Even down to the hair color. Though I will say, they say pink saran. It's giving more of a peachy color here. But all the Chanel outfit, tweed is really cute. I do think the shoes, kind of like combat boots, is an odd choice with such a like not delicate, but very like preppy outfit. And then with the combat boots, it's an odd choice, but they are cute boots nonetheless. But yeah, so she's cute. I didn't go for her. Both of the dolls in this Defa Lucy line are sold out. They sold out on the day they became available. So obviously these dolls are becoming very popular. They're still selling out each time a collection drops. So it's really interesting to me, and I've been following it. Also, they mentioned here the Glam Flex body version 1, and we're gonna get into that because on their Instagram they shared some photos, and I grabbed those. So I think that'd be kind of cool to look at. But first we need to look at the second doll in this exact same collection. And that is Defa Lucy Series 2 Paris Model 2. So this one, same price, same shipping date, same edition size. The only difference is her hair color is jet black saran. And then her skin tone is espresso. So this is a cute doll. I will say one thing is, it is really hard to see her in the promo photos. That's why I have the inbox photo, because she's dressed in all black. She has a deeper skin tone, and then it's a black background. It makes it very difficult to like really get into her details and everything. But she does look cute enough, though I do think there is something weird with her like part line. It seems like they rooted further back, and her forehead is really large to me. I don't know. It looks like maybe it's a stylistic choice, or maybe the other doll's rooted the same way. We just can't see because she has the bangs. But this doll is definitely looks like really far back rooted hairline, which I don't love. But other than that, she's pretty cute. It seems to be the exact same outfit, just instead of white, it's in black. So yeah, she seems cute enough, but again, I decided not to go for either of the dolls. The only thing is the first one got me close because she reminded me of Bella Parker, but then I was like, Greg, you don't need a doll that reminds you of Bella Parker. You have Bella Parker dolls. No point. So I ended up passing on the whole collection, but like I said, both have sold out already, which is really interesting. I thought they might still be available when I recorded this video, but no, sold out already. So those are our Defa Lucy dolls, but now I want to get into the Glam Flex body, which again, they shared photos of on their Instagram, and I'll have the photos here. It's very interesting. I think it's actually a nice, pretty body, because I do like the Integrity Toys bodies. I think they're really nice, but the posing is sometimes limited because of their elbow joint. They don't have the full capability, so some of their poses are a little limiting. Some people prefer that because they don't have any like really ugly joints, which a lot of people do have problems with the Made to Move body by Barbie, because she has incredible like posability, but her joints are not aesthetically pleasing. So a lot of people have found more interest in the Integrity Toys body, but this is somewhere in between. It doesn't have all the crazy joints that the Made to Move body does, but it still has more posability than Integrity Toys body. So I think this body is interesting. I don't know if I would say I prefer it over the Integrity Toys body, but in these photos, the poses that they are able to achieve are definitely poses I wish I could do with some of my photography. It does look really pretty. So I'm interested. I would love to have my hands on the body, but again, I did not order this collection. But surprisingly, I might actually get my hands on this doll's body, and we're gonna get into that next. Okay, so now we are talking about the Nymphia Wind doll. And the reason we are talking about this doll is her ship date has been pushed back to on or before January 1st of 2026. She was supposed to be shipping out this month, October, and it's been pushed back, which is very unfortunate. I actually did order her. You had to pay the full price up front. I am very disappointed. I was hoping to receive her and even get a review out for her before leaving for my trip in November. That is obviously not happening now. So yeah, it got pushed back. But I'm not doing this video just to talk about, oh, she was pushed back. It's because I kind of realized something interesting with this doll. And that is when I was looking at her stuff, I noticed that she ships on or before January 1st of 2026. That is the exact same ship date as the new collection of the Defa Lucy dolls. But even more interesting than that is look at the body type for Nymphia Wind that I have here. It is Glam Flex body version 2 with 16 points of articulation and interchangeable hands. This is the same body. Okay, it's version 2. The Defa Lucy collection was version 1, but it's the same body as the Defa Lucy collection. So Glam Flex, they even have the TM by it, so it's trademarked. So if they are claiming they have the Glam Flex body and Defa Lucy is claiming they have the Glam Flex body, that means they are being produced by the same person, essentially. So whoever's producing Defa Lucy is producing the Nymphia Wind doll. Possibly all the Atomic Lab dolls. I don't know if it's just the body or just the Nymphia Wind doll, but still, there's a tie between the two, and neither side is claiming it. Like, Atomic Labs has not announced any ties to Defa Lucy. Defa Lucy has not announced any ties to Atomic Labs, so they seem to be separate entities, but they have something connecting them. At least the people in production are the same or something. So I thought that was so interesting. And then it also explains a lot, not explains a lot, but you can see a similarity between the Nymphia Wind face and the Defa Lucy faces, which before I looked at Nymphia Wind, I kind of saw like the Mitzi dolls, the JHD dolls, but actually it is very similar to the Defa Lucy dolls. So again, whoever is doing the Jason Wu Nymphia Wind dolls is also doing Defa Lucy. So it's interesting to see how these two play in the future, if there's any overlap or anything. Again, neither one of them are acknowledging the other as far as I can tell, but it's definitely interesting to see. Something else that also is interesting is that the Defa Lucy line that just released the Paris collection, the Paris series, they are the newest one, and they were bragging about, look at our brand new Glam Flex body, da 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 da. But the Nymphia Wind doll, that was shown to us back in June, and she already has the Glam Flex body version 2. So that would say that the Nymphia Wind doll's body is the newer version, but the version 1 is being advertised as the brand new thing. That's also kind of weird and interesting. So I don't know. I have a lot of questions, but it's really hard because getting information on Defa Lucy, there's not too much, and then Atomic Lab is near nothing. Like they really don't share anything. I would not have ordered this doll if it wasn't for the fact that it was a drag queen. So I definitely fell in there, but like typically with such little information, I wouldn't have even pursued it. But I'm definitely interested to see, like, again, how these are gonna interplay in the future. It's just an odd, like, overlapping. So yeah, it's interesting at the least. And now we can get to the last doll, which is tied to the Nymphia doll in a way, I guess. Okay, the last doll we are gonna talk about here is the Elyse that was released by Integrity Toys this week, and that is Absinthe Elyse Jolie. So this is another Jason Wu doll. We have received multiple Jason Wu dolls this year. We had the Eugenia, we had the Naja, then we had the Eugenia, Naja, Poppy, and now Elyse. I don't think I'm missing more, but like 7 Jason Wu dolls in 1 year is a lot. That is a lot of Jason Wu dolls. I do wonder if Integrity Toys is kind of just like wrapping up all their projects with Jason Wu now that he has his own doll line. So if they're just kind of like releasing a bunch of Jason Wu dolls at once, I don't know. It'd be interesting. But with this doll, we didn't even get like the typical interview video sitting down where like Carol sits down with the designer and they talk about the design. This was just sent out an email saying, here's a new doll, enter for the lottery. Anyway, Absinthe Elyse Jolie. The head sculpt is Elyse. The body sculpt is FR 6.0. She has a high-heeled foot. Her skin tone is cream. Her hair color is ginger. She has edition size of 800. And expected date should ship shortly after winner's payment is received. And she's a W Club only IT lottery. And her price is $199. So, in my opinion, I am not a big fan of this doll. I would go as far to say that this is my least favorite Jason Wu doll released within this club year. I just don't find her interesting, and then her price is a huge put off with how little she comes with to me. I do think, interestingly enough, typically I like the Jason Wu fashion more than like its doll version, because this is one where he had his fashion made into a doll. But this case, I actually like the doll more than the original fashion. The original fashion I'm not crazy about, but the doll, it almost has this like the Dior silhouette with like the kind of like open skirt at the bottom. It's really, I like the silhouette of the doll, but I do not like the fabric, this like black and green. It almost reads like camo in a way. If you squint, it definitely gives camo to me, which I'm not interested in a camo dress for me particularly. And then on top of that, it is an Elyse. And Elyse, I do not own a single Elyse. Never have I even tried going for an Elyse. The one that was released with the Modern Muses collection, the one that Jessie did, that was a really pretty Elyse, but even still, I didn't like her. But I think that's one of the prettier ones. This one is not one of the prettier ones. This is giving like old school. I do love the green eye makeup, but other than that, I have no interest. She's just not for me. And yeah, I guess that's what comes down. She's just not for me. And then her being $200 and not being interested in the character or the outfit, it was an easy pass for me. But again, that's one of the great things about these dolls is they're not every release is going to be for you. So I'm sure there are at least 800 people out there who did want her, who did enter for her. So I do wish anyone who is interested in her the best of luck in obtaining her. But she was a pretty easy pass for me. Okay, that was it for this video. Again, it was just kind of catching up on the doll news, nothing too crazy. But I definitely want to hear what you all think about like this kind of Glam Flex body situation, like Defa Lucy and Atomic Labs being like having the same bodies is very interesting. Also, still love to hear your thoughts on the Jason Wu doll if you're interested in her. I did see some people complaining about that she was a lottery doll, but honestly, we've gotten quite a few pre-orders, so I'm not surprised she's a lottery doll. I'm just glad that the two Jason Wu dolls that I wanted, the Eugenia and the Naja, were both made to order because, again, in my opinion, those have been the two better Jason Wu dolls that we've seen this year so far. I know some people were big fans of the Poppy collection, but for me, those are my two favorites that we've seen so far. But yeah, that is about it. Also, I do have my Toast Us Adele coming in. I do hope to get that video filmed as soon as it gets here. We'll see. Fingers crossed on that one. But yeah, I'm really excited to, I'm excited to get all these reviews out. I also have the Club Poppy. So then I'll have all the club dolls finished, and I definitely want to do a video ranking last year's club dolls now that I've held all the ones that I'm interested in. And I think I got 4 of the 5, or maybe 3 of the 5. I'm not sure, I'll have to look it up. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that is it for this video. As always, I'd appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe. Also down in the description below, you can find all of my information, such as his.dolls on Instagram. That's where I love sharing photos and videos of my collection and getting to interact with all of you. I also love posting polls there, and I posted some polls relating to the dolls that we talked about today. So the Elyse and the Defa Lucy dolls, so here are results of those. Definitely interesting, but it seems like we kind of fall into a similar place. But yeah, that's gonna be about it for this one. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye.